Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Auburn beginning practice last Friday. They practiced Friday and Saturday. I think maybe even practiced a little on Sunday as well. So got a few days in, and look, we're kind of, it's not like the old days, David, where, you know, used to when Tommy Turville was at Auburn, they would open on the intramural fields and anybody and everybody could watch every single minute of practice for like the first week. Not like that anymore. When Gus Malzahn took over, really when Gene Chizik took over, everything kind of got started being internal. And then Gus Malzahn, who was notoriously paranoid, you know, the media was not invited. You got to see about 15 minutes of practice. That's the way it is now. You get to see about 15 minutes of practice. So everything that I've heard, everything that we're hearing, everything that you read out there is kind of mostly based on about 15 minutes of watching. Yep. And you're talking about 15 minutes of a 2-hour, 3-hour practice. So we're speculating. We're doing a lot of, you know, projecting about, you know, things. And so a lot of this is probably, I'm sure some of it, most of it is accurate to some degree. But you got to take it all with a grain of salt for sure.
Well, Andy, you know, I contacted my person that I have a relationship with inside the building. And he just flat out, he apologized, first of all. But he just
That's never a good sign when you apologize first.
He just flat out told me, family members, NFL scouts, and a short window of media. And I'm media now that I'm on the show, but I'm not that big of media where I can just walk in for that. But, yeah, it's – and the sample size we're getting is small, but the sample content that they're getting is, I mean, they're not going, you know, Auburn's not going to run their main stuff and do a lot of stuff during that media window. They're just not. Yeah. They don't want to give anything away. And you know what? At this point, with the coup and with the being picked last in the Western Division. Attempted coup. Yes, it didn't work. I love that. But yeah, I can understand to a degree. I mean, hey, Malzahn, you know, people used to try to just look in at the fence up there above the outdoor facility, and he'd have security guys run them off. You know, it's just, it is what it is. So I know we're getting to the notes, and I can read between the lines a little bit with the quarterback situation. But there again, how much did they see? So.
Yeah. Dale says, who won the basketball game today? I don't think it's started yet. I think it's either starting right now or starting about 12:30.
12 noon.
Okay. I on the Auburn Tigers website, the home website, it said it starts at 12:30.
I know, but TV said 12.
TV said 12. Maybe that's kind of a pregame situation. I don't know. But nonetheless, this will be the third game. This will probably, I guess, be the most challenging. This is against the Israeli national team.
Yeah, basically the Olympic team, yeah.
Auburn, yeah, Luke confirms 12:30, so okay. I think that's right. So
well, good. I put the extension on my recording.
There you go.
It's a good thing.
Auburn defeated the Israeli All-Star team 107-71 on Sunday. Again, Johan Traore leads Auburn in scoring with 20 points. John I. Broome continuing to play extremely well. He had 18. The young guys, that's I think the story of this tour. Traore, Broome that comes in for Morehouse or Morehead State, which Chance Westry, the true freshman, playing extremely well. So Those are the guys that have kind of been eye-opening, I think, as you watch this Auburn team play. But defense kind of been the story too, as Auburn has really that their defense has led to their success, and that is kind of translated into a lot of points as well.
Andy, I'm gonna bounce off what you said. That's exactly right. The new additions. Now, let me say this. I'm gonna qualify this. Offensively, we're gonna be so much better in the post next year because Jabari Smith's work was mid-range to three-point. We know that. Now he would get to the rim, and Walker was very limited in his arsenal around the rim, if he couldn't dunk it.
Right.
Let's just be honest. Best shot blocker in the country last year. Broom, Johni Broom, Trey Orr, and even Mr. Dylan Cardwell. We're going to be so much better offensively around the basket next year. Defensively, Andy, loose balls and any rebound, offensive or defensive, we look like a pack of pit bulls after a T-bone steak. I mean, the hands everywhere. Just and Jay Billups just keeps saying, if there's a team in the country that plays harder than Auburn, I hadn't seen them. So
typical of a Bruce Pearl team.
Absolutely. But so if this team will stay within their self, I mean, we're still forcing a few shots, doing some crazy things in Israel. But as this team matures, continues to learn more about one another, if they just stay within their self individually on the offensive end of the floor, the sky's the limit for this team. It really is.
Is Alan Flanagan going to be an asset or a hindrance to this team? When he was a sophomore, he turned himself into a big asset. Last year, he came back from an injury. I don't think he helped the team all that much. If not, he hurt the team.
Yeah.
There are moments in this couple of games he's played in Israel where you say, okay, that guy can help us. And then there are other moments, and they seemingly are 2 seconds later, when you say, what is wrong with that guy?
Like yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, he made some tremendous plays yesterday and a couple of really nice assists. But he's just prone to turn it over at any moment. So, but I'm going to tell you what, and I'm still waiting to see more out of Trey Donaldson. But what Chance Westry did yesterday, good grief. Just very impressed with him.
Yeah.
And then, of course, KD was KD. KD even got a technical yesterday. Said something to
Didn't
the ref.
appreciate getting fouled, not being called.
Hey, well, the commentator Bernstein said, did he say something in Israeli? And Jay Billups said, well, that's the problem with these international officials. They speak multiple languages, so they know what he said. And I was really worried yesterday when he went down. That looked bad when he got stepped on, but then he came back. And then they said that Wendell Green tweaked something yesterday late. Hopefully he's in the lineup today as well. So
get back-to-back days. That's another challenge. You don't often see that in basketball.
And especially playing the best team last. I mentioned that Thursday, I think. I wish we could have played the international team, the national team yesterday. But, that group we played last Tuesday, that was a bunch of young bucks. That group yesterday, there's a couple of guys in their 30s on that team. And then you got two guys, who's a Tony Mitchell. He played in the league for a couple of years. And then you've got the Smith kid that played at Louisville. It was a phenomenal college basketball player. So that was a team of grown men yesterday that we pretty much just manhandled late. So, but the way Bruce is playing everybody, I mean, yesterday's starting lineup was crazy. Who would have thought that? But the way he's playing everybody, hopefully we've got enough juice to finish up strong today. But today will be the biggest challenge.
Yeah, no question about that. So 12:30 SEC Network, if you must, you can turn the channel and turn that on and keep us up on your phone.
Jim said it's on now. I don't know if on means they're actually playing yet or what's going on.
Okay.
So, Jim, give us an update.
Yeah, if they actually have tipped off, So we'll see. Auburn versus select team. What does that mean on SEC Network? Is that the team we're playing, the select team? Or was
No,
that the All-Star team? That was
yesterday.
So they're playing the replay zone right
the
now.
replay zone, that's what it is.
Yeah, 12:30 it'll start. Okay.
Because that's the national team we're playing today.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah. And, Andy, let me say this real quick. I know we're almost to a break, but I enjoyed so much, and I know you did too, and the cutouts, what am I trying to say? The portions of the show yesterday where they actually showed the trip, the experiences of this basketball team. At the Wall, the Jordan River, the Dead Sea, all of the things they've been able to do, the dinner with the Palestinian coach. I just got chill bumps at watching some of that and the experience. And it's too bad that you can't do anything in this day and time without somebody complaining about it. Everybody's jumping on Bruce for turning this into a spiritual journey. Well, you know what?
How do you go to Israel and it's not a spiritual journey?
Thank you. And don't even get me started on the separation of church and state. They can't even define what that really means either. That's for another show. But kudos to Bruce and yes, that footage that we saw of the bonding of this team and experiencing what they had.
No question. Up against a break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz on this Monday, right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hilleby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hilleby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Columbiana Tractor presents the world's largest deer expo, August 12th through 14th, BJCC. 11 hunt giveaways, the Turtle Man, the Aspirin Buster Frank Addington, Eddie Salter, Big Buck Contest, DHA Bow Competition, Cornhole Tournament, Trout Pond, and Barney Fife. WorldDeerExpo.com, August 12th through 14th, BJCC.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
It's been 30 years. 30 years of growth. 30 years of dedication. 30 years of service and value to our great customers. 30 years of automotive technology and innovation. We are proud to celebrate our anniversary at Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, making you smile for 30 years.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. David, one thing before we move on to practice, we talking about practice. Anything about the basketball? You have one more thing you said you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention this, and you may.
That was a confused look. You
Yeah,
gave.
I know. I didn't. Oh, before we move on to practice.
Yes.
I hope today's game is down to the wire.
Really.
And to your point during the break, who would Bruce draw the play up for? I hope that this game today, and it probably will be, is down to the last possession, nip and tuck, to see how we function in a tight game, because we've had 2 blowouts.
Maybe even get behind a little.
Yeah, 8 or 10.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was going 5.
Well, well, you know, before last season, like 8 or 10 was nothing.
That's true.
Give us 15 and we'll start making a comeback. But like you said, who would take that last shot? How would we function in a tight game at the end? So that's what I wanted. I hope today's game comes down to that, just so we can see how we handle that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, you want to learn something about your team.
Yeah.
You just don't want to go out there and make it be have it be too easy. So yeah, I think that would probably be beneficial.
But there again, if we blow this team out today, I'm pretty pumped.
Either way, it's a good sign.
I'm pretty pumped for the season.
Yeah, either way, it's a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay, practice going on right now at Auburn. School going to be underway before long as well, but very, very hectic schedule. Very, very, basically from sun up to sundown, these guys are got pretty much their day planned out for them. But right now, a lot of the insiders, a lot of the guys that are going at practice for that first 15 minutes, they watch what Coach Harsin wants them to see. But way too early to even start thinking about position battles, things like that. Obviously, all eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah.
But preliminary ideas and preliminary, at least talk right now, is that Zach Calzada looks pretty good. He looks healthy. He looks very accurate. And the ball jumps out of his hand pretty good.
And Andy, here's the other thing. Like that smile right there. This is coming from Philip Marshall, what he's hearing so far. Philip has a few connections in the building.
I think
right?
that's safe to say.
Yeah. So I think that this would probably be accurate. Now, look, accuracy is important. Absolutely. We know that. The other thing that's important to me, though, especially as regards TJ, is mobility. You know, we've got to have a quarterback back there that can get out of trouble and move and run.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this isn't, and then this goes to a further note that you have on here about what we're going to be running offensively. We're not going to be running pro drop back Johnny Unitas in the high top cleats just sitting back there picking receivers out. It ain't going to be like that, not in the SEC. So I'm interested, obviously, in accuracy and mobility, and we'll see if we get any notes on that in the next few days. But, you know, they're not even in pads yet. They're in the shells.
Right.
So
TJ Finley, again, the exact same thing I think what everybody thinks about. We didn't have a chance to discuss this. This happened, obviously, Friday, or it happened Thursday after the show. But TJ Finley arrested because he wasn't wearing a helmet and eluding police, whatever that. I mean, I wouldn't. It's not like it was a, you know, scene out of Bullet. I mean, it wasn't a car chase or streets of San Francisco or something. But you know, according to Philip Marshall, he says it will have really no impact. But quote, he needs to use better judgment. Yeah. That's just what I said. I mean, it calls into question his judgment.
Well, they said eluding,
if nothing else.
Eluding from police. What was he running down the street through a back alley trying to get away from the cops? I don't.
On his
think
moped,
so.
He was scooting through.
Oh my gosh! Well, the joke is he came out Friday for practice, and somebody said, "Hey, TJ, you forgot your helmet. Go back in and get it."
Yeah.
He did have his helmet on Friday afternoon.
Now the joke is that's the first person he's eluded since he's been on campus.
Yes. Yeah, double for you, Andy. I think it's, and here's the other thing somebody made a point. Why is the Auburn Athletic Department, the campus police, and the city police not on the same page on this thing? This thing probably could have been handled differently. Yeah. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. But unfortunate. Just another little distraction. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. As you know, when it first happened, me and Brett were going, holy crap, what in the world? And then we found out why, and I'm going, oh, geez, come on, man.
Yeah.
Bigger fish. However, he knows full well that it's against the law in the state of Alabama to wear a moped, to drive a moped without a helmet on. Yeah. So.
Luke says Alabama and Vanderbilt are playing in France right now. The SEC is on a worldwide tour. Ty says, I heard that Cameron Brown is turning heads at practice. Big 6'4" wide receiver, freshman, Cameron Brown. You got a lot of size in the receiving corps. Yeah. Right now, Landon King, Cameron Brown, Coy Moore's a pretty big guy. Jim Hardy, he's better. He better be able to run with our offensive line. Talking about not in pads. TJ Finley isn't even in helmets. Yeah. Jim says TJ shows poor decision making on and off the field. Glenn says tough being an Auburn fan right now.
Right now.
Well, Glenn, I would say it's always tough to be an Auburn fan, but nonetheless, you never know. To be perfectly honest, I'm fairly optimistic about this season. Now,
I'm all
long-term future, we can have a conversation. But got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. More to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Continuing practice there on the plains. We're talking about that. What we're hearing right now, it is still very, very early. Still, they're breaking it up between veterans and the newcomers. So still a lot of that. Not really much to really get our handle on as far as any kind of starting positions. The offensive line looks like maybe Killian Zaire and Austin Troxell are probably going to be your left and right tackle. Those two guys look like they have pretty much nailed those two spots down. But other than that, you know, it looks like everything's pretty much open. But there are some individuals that are turning heads, and that's always good to see some guys that maybe you weren't expecting to. Like a J.D. Rim that is out there practicing with the veterans, who is a true freshman. But, you know, Nehemiah Pritchett said this dude's going to contribute big time this year. And that's kind of one of those surprising things. So that's a good thing, though, and certainly looking forward to more and more of that as we get throughout practice.
And Andy, let me say one more thing before we go to the phone.
Okay.
I hope Robbie Ashford doesn't get lost in the shuffle on reps because of, he wasn't with the veteran group. Of course, he got plenty of reps with the young group. But, as this thing rocks along, they narrow that thing down. And I just hope that he gets enough reps to show what he can do at the quarterback position as we move forward.
I think he'll have his opportunity. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phone line. Hey, Terry, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. Coach David, I couldn't agree with you more. I hope Robbie Ashford has a factor in the quarterback race because I want it to be Zach Calzada, Robbie Ashford, and TJ Finley. And that's how I'm hoping it works out. And I know what the repercussions that might be. TJ Finley went up and leave, but he just hasn't proved anything on the field. And it made me sick to my stomach to watch the media, the Roll Tide Nation stations, the rest of the state, talk about TJ Finley, Auburn starting quarterback, evades the law. Just beating Auburn to death. That's the kind of stuff that bothers me. It kind of goes back to 2010, all the Cam Newton stuff. Yeah, the guy comes from Honolulu, Hawaii to Alabama. That happens all the time, right? People leave Paradise for Tuscaloosa all the time, right?
Yeah, it's
that's the kind of thing that gets under my skin a little bit for the folks that don't believe I'm really an Auburn fan.
Yeah, that's everybody's had their share of problems, and they certainly have. And that was much ado about. I can't say it was much ado about nothing, but it was an opportunity for people to take advantage and blow it up. But yeah, back to what you piggybacked off what I said. I feel the same way you do as far as the pecking order at quarterback: Calzada, Ashford, Finley. But as this thing progresses, they narrow it down, and I'm just hoping that Robbie doesn't have to stand on the sideline holding his helmet too much, and will get enough reps to be that backup quarterback. Is what I'm trying to say.
Now, who was the guy last year we kept waiting to see, and he just kept standing there holding his helmet?
Demetrius Davis.
Yeah, that's what I hope it don't turn into right there.
Yeah.
You keep wanting to see him, and I don't think Brian Harsin will let that happen, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Agree.
That all day Friday, I'm just getting beat over the head with that, and you guys understand what I'm coming from on that, because the media is so linked to it. I mean, the media in this state have got their heads so far up Nick Saban's rear end, they know what kind of toothpaste he uses. So that just bothers me. And look, the man is dominant. He deserves all the credit he can get. But the bottom line is this: I mean, you can overdo anything. I mean, my God, I've known guys that work at McDonald's, and the last place they want to eat is McDonald's.
Yeah.
Well, you say what you will, and Gus Malzahn had a lot of faults. But one thing, it's been quite a while since an Auburn football player embarrassed the program. That happened, very rarely under Malzahn. It's happened very rarely so far under Brian Harsin. So hopefully he'll continue that. And that's one reason they make such a big deal about it, because it happens so infrequently at Auburn, which is a good thing.
Well, Andy, I won't disagree with you there, but it's been more coaches and alumni embarrassing Auburn, quite honestly.
Good point.
So, I just, like I said, guys, we can't, nobody, look, when is our first scrimmage, Andy and Coach David? Do y'all know?
Saturday night.
You're really going to.
Saturday night in Jordan-Hare.
Wow, that's when you're really going to know, and you'll start seeing, maybe the first one, probably the second one, though, you'll start seeing some separation of some guys, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So, guys, y'all take care.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that Saturday first scrimmage, that's going to – when you start seeing a pecking order develop, you might not see, you certainly won't probably see anything hard and fast, but you'll at least start to get an idea of where things might be headed.
Here's my question, Andy. How much media access will there be for that scrimmage Saturday night?
I'm guessing none.
Yeah.
I'm guessing 15 minutes.
Yeah, I wish we could get a good read on that and a good report. And it'll leak.
Oh, yeah.
But still, yeah, that's going to be the first, and because Brett, we know how Brett feels about TJ. I read where, for the first reps when the media watched, the very first reps coming right off of the legal trouble, TJ was the first quarterback on the field for the reps. And we're going, well, dang. Yeah. But, they're not going to change that right off the bat. He's been here. He's going to be given every opportunity to be the starting quarterback. And here's what I wish, and everybody thinks I'm not anti-TJ Finley because he's a fine young man. He's been a great leader. I wish for Auburn that the guy that can get it done,
Yeah.
proven in practice, is the first guy that trots out against Marshall. So
when we come back, this one, I'll say this, and I'll let you stew on it during the break. This is one of those quote unquote things that people are hearing. I'm told that Coach Brian Harsin is clearly more comfortable with OC Eric Keesaw and DC Jeff Schmedding than he ever was with Mike Bobo and Derek Mason.
I'm already ready for that.
That means less than nothing to me. Less than nothing. I'll let you think about that, and I'll explain
I got a
it
take on
when I
that.
come back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only a couple of more segments left in today's program. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. The game underway, Auburn and the Israeli national team. On the SEC Network, early score, I think Auburn was down 3-2. I'm sure that's probably changed by now. But, okay, getting back to our discussion, we'll kind of give you a final tab on that before we go today. But comfortability.
Go, Andy.
Jeff Schmidt, he's more comfortable. Brian Harson's more comfortable with Jeff Schmedding and Eric Keesaw. I have no doubt that he is. I'm sure they've obviously been with him since Boise. That's wonderful. I'm glad he's comfortable. It means nothing because, look, for 8 years, Gus, Rhett Lashley, he's just comfortable with Rhett Lashley. And that's the great thing about it. He's comfortable with him. And he was until he wasn't. And then he had to fire him, okay? And then, he's more comfortable with Herb Hand. That's his old buddy. Herb Hand, how'd that work out? Garbage.
Yeah.
And he hated Lindsey. Chad hated him. Best offense we had, 2017. Best offense we had since 2013. Yeah, you got to get rid of him. But you know what? He's comfortable with Chad Morris because, he's more comfortable with him. Garbage. It means nothing. Now, are you a good coach? Can you call good plays? Can you call them at the right time? Can you put players in position? Can you draw things up? That's what I care about. I don't care if you're comfortable or not. Do your job and do it well. Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
It's kind of like, Lane Kiffin and Saban probably weren't comfortable with one another.
No,
we know
exactly.
they weren't, but So as it relates to coordinators, ladies and gentlemen.
And it was about 500 yards a game.
Right. So as it relates to coordinators, ladies and gentlemen, as far as Andy Graham is concerned, we are going to strike the word comfortable forever. Should I go where I went during the break?
Sure.
Okay. I think he is more comfortable with these two guys, but I think and I'm even scared to use the word this close to you, Andy. You're so disgruntled with it. But I think he's comfortable because if it is true that there was some undue influence in the hiring process with Brian Harsin, and we've talked about this on the show, we've heard that there was some encouragement to hire some SEC-savvy coordinators, which Brian Harsin did. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here to tell you that was a bad experiment. Well, we know the Derek Mason thing was a bad experiment. You and I both were sick of watching Rush 3 drop 8. And word on the street is that Bobo and Mason didn't even get along personally, and it had to be done. So I think he's comfortable from the standpoint of he's got two guys that get along with one another that he knows well that are in that position, and all that outside stuff he won't have to deal with anymore.
Mike Ditka, Buddy Ryan couldn't stand each other.
Yeah.
Best Bears team there ever was.
Well, it's all about, as you're talking, it's all about production. forget the comfortability.
I'm glad he's comfortable, and I'm sure that makes for a better work environment, and it makes for a better environment overall.
But dadgummit, you don't care, right?
I don't care. Win games.
That's right.
That's what matters.
I agree.
Production. That's all I care about. Anyway.
Oh, man.
All right. JD Rim, as we mentioned, turning heads in the first 2 days. That it looks to be another name, Jason Jones. Big defensive tackle. I shudder to even say this. I debated whether I was even going to say it. It's not my words, okay? Not my words. I do not believe this. I'm not saying this is going to be the case. People do this all the time. They make foolish comparisons. Derek Hall, a guy who played at Auburn for a while now and played with some pretty good players, a guy by the name of Derek Brown, said Jason Jones, he could be like a Derek Brown.
Oh.
He said in the sense that he could take on 2 defenders, even possibly 3, and free up other guys on the defensive line.
Well, we talked about that before, you and I said if he could, especially with Papo
massive
healthy,
human
and those
being.
linebackers healthy, and he will occupy too. He's that big.
Yeah, 6'6", like 330.
One can't block him. One cannot block him. He will occupy.
He is a monstrous human being.
So that is a dangerous.
And not like a Tony Fair. Tony Fair was a big guy.
He was.
He was like 6 foot.
Yeah.
He was like a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
This guy's just like a Sasquatch. Yeah. I mean, so now, I mean.
But I think he moves even a little bit better
He
than Tony
does.
Fair.
He does.
It's one thing to plug a hole and occupy 2 offensive linemen. It's another thing to take those 2 offensive linemen and reposition them in the backfield, okay, or get around one. So
Jason Jones, Jeffrey Imba, those 2 guys, if they were to come in and be as good or better than advertised, then I asked a question last week, could Auburn's defensive line be dominant? If those 2 dudes are dudes, Auburn's defensive line could be dominant. Because you throw in the rest, I mean, throw in the Derek Halls, the Ike Leotas, the Colby Woodens. I mean, it could be fun.
Well, let's be totally honest, Andy. And I heard a guy, one of the experts on SiriusXM, talking about this last week. You must win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. If you cannot, especially in the SEC, that's where you have a quarterback running for his life, or linebackers and DBs having to make all the tackles, and critical. So experienced offensive line, and what you're saying about the defensive line gets me a little excited.
Marcus Harris, I didn't even mention him. Guy here to take a break. We got one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
Columbiana Tractor presents the world's largest deer expo, August 12th through 14th, BJCC. 11 hunt giveaways, the Turtle Man, the Aspirin Buster Frank Addington, Eddie Salter, Big Buck Contest, DHA Bow Competition, Cornhole Tournament, Trout Pond, and Barney Fife. WorldDeerExpo.com, August 12th through 14th, BJCC.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz. On this Monday afternoon, Andy and David taking you up to 1 o'clock, brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. David, looks like the game's tightening up there in Israel. Auburn, at last check, we had 15 all. It may be a different score by now, but looks like you may get your wish. This is going to be a much more competitive game against a much more competitive team. So I think this is really, really good for Auburn.
Well, Ed, I agree. And Ed's comment, Andy, this basketball game is teaching us we better get in the weight room, but we're playing tough. Look, this is a team of grown men. Seasoned. This is a professional basketball team that we're playing today. And I think one NBA player on the roster. So it's not like we're playing a bunch of college boys. These are grown men. And so we'll get pushed around a little bit, but that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got, what, 5 months to get in the weight room?
Yeah.
I think we got a little time.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. It is August the 8th on this day, 1976. The Chicago White Sox briefly experimented with a uniform of a jersey and shorts. You remember those?
No.
You don't remember the shorts of the?
No.
Auburn's up 20-17. Look out.
Here we go.
But yeah, I've seen pictures. That was a little bit. I was born, but it happened. I wouldn't have remembered it.
I should remember that. I missed that.
They look.
I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. 1988, the first night game ever at Wrigley Field is rained out in the fourth inning. With the Cubs up and the Cubs and the Phillies.
And the traditionalist said, see, I told you.
I told you so. This is why, you should have never even done this. Speaking of basketball, on this day, 1992, in Barcelona at the Olympics, and there's only, let's be clear here, please, there is only one dream team. That is the 1992 collection of Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, all that iconic group.
Yeah.
John Stockton. That was the only dream team. There were some really, really good other teams that were really, really good.
But not that.
Phenomenal. But there is only one dream team.
Andy, if I could go, everybody says if I could have attended one of their practices, can you imagine the competitiveness in those practice sessions? Golly.
They talk about, I think it was in that Jordan video, they talked about, somebody said something to Mike. Or I think it was Magic Johnson, and he just went in the practice, and they said it got intense.
Yeah.
And, he made them aware of who he was and why he was the best.
So he used to rub teammates the wrong way when he was with the Bulls and even at North Carolina, because his work ethic was such that he was crazy to get better. And if you weren't, he would let you know that right quick. So,
Happy birthday today on this August the 8th, Webb Pierce. There stands the glass. It's my first one today. No? Great. In the jailhouse now? I'm in the jailhouse now.
Movie? A song?
No, it's song.
Yeah.
So it was in,
Sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah, Rory Calhoun. He's been like a bunch of cowboy movies. He was in some cult movies later in life called Night of the Lepus, about bunny rabbits, giant bunny rabbits that have, killing people, which is hilarious. And Motel Hell, where they turn people into food. They're really, really bad, but really, really funny movies. Richard Anderson, born on this day, 1926. Lord Alfred Hayes, commentator for the wrestling back in the day. No. Funny guy.
I'm striking out today.
Lord Alfred Hayes. Jerry Tarkanian.
The towel chewer.
Chewed on that towel at UNLV. Really, really good coach.
Loved the NCAA.
Liked to cheat, but, still, he had some really, really good teams.
Yep.
Wouldn't be a cheater today.
No, he fit
Fit in
right
fine today.
Yeah.
Mel Tillis.
Yeah.
One of the weirdest things ever. Had a terrible stuttering problem. Never even had a hiccup when he signed.
Yeah, I know it. Weird.
It just went away.
Crazy.
Donald Belisario created Magnum PI, Airwolf, NCIS, JAG, all these very, very pretty cool shows. Dustin Hoffman, he's like 85.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And he hadn't been in anything in a while, has he?
What time's Wapner? Huh? Philip Balsley, one of the Statler brothers.
Okay.
How about Sweet Lou Dunbar? Globetrotter.
Globetrotter.
Harry Crosby, son of Bing Crosby.
Okay.
He was in Friday the 13th, the original.
Wow.
He got shot in the eye with an arrow. It didn't end well. Bruce Matthews, longtime offensive lineman, The Edge. U2.
I know who Bono is.
He's the guitarist, The Edge.
Okay.
Ricky Rocket, he was in Poison.
Okay.
Drummer, I believe. Howard Cross played tight end for Alabama. Trev Alberts, he was on ESPN for a while. I think he was the AD at Nebraska.
Yeah.
Scott Stapp, who is the lead singer of Creed, Justin Clayton's favorite band, and Roger Federer, all born on this day. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk to you.